Welcome back, my friends, to part 6 of box 4 of my RPM records collection. This is going to wrap this box up for us. We're starting off with some poppy stuff here. Waiting for a Girl Like You by Foreigner, which I liked Foreigner's rockin' stuff when they first come out, but once they got into these sappy ballads, they kind of lost me for a while. B-side, I'm Gonna Win. So, yeah, this wasn't one of my favorite songs of theirs by no means. And then now we've got a Columbia Records release, Toto Rosanna. And that's a pretty popular song of theirs. I like Hold the Line, that's my favorite song of theirs. But I know they got Rosanna in Africa that's really popular for them. And the B-side of that, It's a Feeling. Next up, in a pretty cool sleeve here that doesn't match it, but this is a MCA Records sleeve. We've got a Journey song from the soundtrack album for Tron, which I didn't even remember or was aware that they did a song for the Tron film, but apparently they did, called Only Solutions. And on the B side of that, we've got After the Fall, which was off of Frontiers. So I know that one. Don't think there's anything different about it. And then now, yeah, we're going to get into some weird ones here. We've got Bette Midler doing Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. And I think I remember that being in the movie For the Boys, but this is 1973, so she must have recorded that and had that song in her repertoire before she did the film For the Boys. And the B-side is Delta Dawn. And yes, it's the same Helen Reddy Delta Dawn song that you know. And just by sheer coincidence, the next disc in that box was Delta Dawn by Helen Reddy. So you got a remake by Bette Midler there on the B-side, and you got the original Helen Reddy A-side. And If We Could Still Be Friends by Helen Reddy, which I don't know. Another thing that's interesting was, that Delta Dawn 73, and it's the exact same 73 here. So that's kind of interesting. It does have the same songwriters, so it is clearly the same song. But it's interesting that both of them came out in 73. So I think Helen Reddy was first, but couldn't swear by that. Now, Seals and Crop doing Get Closer, featuring Carolyn Willis. I don't know who Carolyn Willis is. That doesn't ring any bells for me. And I'm not familiar with that title. The B-side is Don't Fail. Not exactly familiar with that title either, but you'll see it's dated 1969 and 76. So that clearly is the B-side. They pulled an older song to add to it. Now we've got Marilyn McCoo and Billy Davis Jr. You Don't Have to Be a Star, Baby, to Be in My Show. Know that one well. And the B-side of that, we got To Get It On Again, which I don't necessarily know, but that's a nice colorful disc. I like that label. That label's pretty neat there. And then, yes, we've seen this one before, and yes, I've got 101 copies of Tie a Yellow Ribbon Around the Old Oak Tree by Dawn. And the only reason why we're looking at it here is because I had 2 copies back to back here in this box, and it's another case where you can see that the fonts are different on the labels. So same company, same song, different printings. In fact, I've got some that say Dawn featuring Tony Orlando, and then I've got some that say Dawn, and then I got some that say Tony Orlando with Dawn. So that one was released and marketed under a number of different things. And yes, I didn't show you, but it is the same B-side on the back of both of those, and that's where you really see a difference in the font. I Can't Believe How Much I Love You, and then here, I Can't Believe How Much I Love You, broken up on 2 separate lines. So I wasn't initially going to show you that, but it's a good example of what I was talking about with the same company, different labels, different printings. So here we got Four Tops, Standing in the Shadows of Love. That's a good song. And the B-side of that, Since You've Been Gone. Now, I don't know that song. I know the Rainbow song, Since You've Been Gone, which is kind of the tune I hummed that to there. But I don't know what this one sounds like. So, moving on, we've got Sonny and Cher doing one I don't remember, Love Don't Come. And I'm pretty fairly sure that that's the A side. But The Beat Goes On might be too. It's also written by Bono. So, in fact, that might actually be the A side. It's hard to tell sometimes on these 45s when they don't tell you. And you know, it's years later after the fact. Here we got Jan and Dean doing Tijuana. Do you want to go to Tijuana? And Hawaii. So they're just hitting a couple of different locations there on that 45. I'd rather go to Hawaii, I think, than Tijuana. But that's just because I've never been to either. But I think Hawaii would be cool. Used to watch a lot of Magnum P.I. I like the scenery. Here we got the Union Gap doing Young Girl. This is a Hall of Fame one. So the B-side might just be a song that you know as well, Woman, Woman, which I don't recognize from the title. And I can't say I'm real familiar with the Union Gap as a band, featuring Gary Puckett. So I have heard the names. And now we've got some reruns here from previous boxes. I've got quite a few copies of Year of the Cat. That's one that seems to be popping up a lot lately. And B-side of that is Broadway Hotel. So, and then here's another one that was actually even in a recent release one, and I even knew that I had it and said that I bought that copy again. It's just because my brother-in-law really likes the song Never Been to Spain. If you had a turntable, I'd give him one, but he don't. And the B-side is Peace of Mind. So, like I said, I believe we've hit on one of these as well recently. The Moody Blues, Nights in White Satin. Just in case we haven't. There is a copy of it there. It's not the best looking grooves on it, but I do have a good copy of it, so no worries. B-side, a song called Cities. And we'd have to dig out the other copies to see whether or not they've got a different one there. And it's a nice big RCA logo on the sleeve there. And it's the Judds doing Cow Cow Boogie. I'm assuming this is a country and western, if not country and western-ish song. Because I've heard of the Judds, and they do country. It's a woman team, right? Mother and daughter, I think. And the B-side of that is Young Love. So, nope, I don't recognize any of that. And it's from 1980, so it is going back a ways. Now, this is a really interesting one. Coming of Stars, Diesel Only, Records, Jukebox Favorites, Soul. I'm showing you this sleeve because I've never seen a sleeve like this one before, and it's rather interesting. I assure you I did not pay $5 for this because I don't even know this band, but it is an interesting blue vinyl. And it's also interesting because it's from 1992. So you got Courtney and Western. I'm sure they're trying to play on the country and Western funny there. Hands Off, Singles Only label. Like I said, I've never seen a Diesels Only. I've never heard of Courtney and Western, and I've never heard of the song Diplomat or the A-side. But it is a really nice, cool blue vinyl, and you can see through it. It's pretty neat. Pretty neat disc. So, moving on here, I've got another one that I don't recognize and do not know. Bobby Staff, He Can Be Your Baby. It's not marked as the plug side, so this is a cool example of showing you, not for promotion, plug side, clearly a DJ record or a radio station promo that was given to them. But it's produced by Chet Atkins, and I do recognize him from the country and western world, so I would have to venture to guess that this is country and western. But like I said, I never heard of Bobby Staff, nor have I heard of the song Pride either, which is on the B-side here. So, now we've got a couple more. Tony Olander and Dawn's Tie Yo Ribbon Around the Old Oak Tree. Are you kidding me? I thought I... Okay, so I've got a million copies of that one, and there's two more to add to the pile. So, here we've got some more Carpenters, which just keep popping up everywhere. They long to be close to you. Why do those birds suddenly appear? And the B side of that is Ticket to Ride. I'm pretty sure we probably already looked over one of these before as well. But the last one we've got here in box 6, and we are finishing up the box here. That's a different kind of A&M logos that I don't remember seeing on a sleeve. But it could be considered appropriate to end the box 4 series with. We've only just begun, because that's what we have done. We have only just begun to scratch the surface of the 45s that I have. I've got many, many, many more to show you. And on the B side of that is For All We Know. And I want to show these adapters one last time, since I've got a few seconds left here, because I kind of showed it in the middle of a series. So we'll throw these in here at the end, just in case somebody didn't watch all the parts of this box. This is the most common that I see all the time. This is a little different with the extra braces in there. A red one. I do think I've got a blue one somewhere. And this is a plastic, adapter for a turntable for 33 RPMs. So just to throw those in there, because I have them. The wife mentioned something about I should show some adapters and talk about them. I've even seen metal ones, aluminum ones, all kinds of different ones. So there you go. That is box 4. And another day we will dive into box 5. So until then, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful time. Enjoy life while you can, while we're here. You only get one ride on this, and make it a good one.